Really pleased with how the guys came out and played today. I thought we had a really good week of preparation, or week and a half, I should say, of preparation, and I thought our focus, told the guys in the locker room, our focus on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday was really laser sharp, and guys were locked in. We played really physical at both sides of the line of scrimmage. I knew it was going to be a tougher game for us to throw the football because they play so deep with their secondary. And I wouldn't know if that was how they were going to still try to play us or if they were going to bring those guys up, and they didn't. They kept them back, so we were able to rush the football and get to that second level pretty frequently. And then our kids just really made nice plays in the second level. Lance, Bruce, Ty did a really nice job running the football. Obviously not the way we wanted to start. We blew a coverage or blew a pressure and cut a guy loose, and they did a nice job of finding him. In the same respect, our defense did a great job of holding them to 3 there, and I think that was a big play, as well as there was a 3rd and 1 that they were trying to get a first down in the first quarter, and I thought Levi Jordan did a phenomenal job blowing the play up and getting the ball back, and just being able to run the football, stop the run, and special teams. You get a block punt, get a couple big returns. I thought Cam was on point. It was just a dominant performance. Really pleased with the guys.
Chris, we've asked this before, but off a bye week, it just seems you guys, I know you needed a week, but to be refreshed like this and to run for 400 yards, did you have any inkling this was coming today?
No, other than the fact that if they were going to continue to play how we'd seen them on film, as deep as they played with their secondary, we had to be able to rush the football. Because I didn't think they were going to allow themselves to give up the big vertical pass plays that we had so much success on throughout the year. I knew we could rush the football. I thought Easton would be a part of that game plan as well. And we didn't need to rush Easton. And then once the game got like it was, we said, hey, we're not running the quarterback. Let's continue to hand it to these guys. And credit to the Rams and the tight ends, fullbacks. They did a great job blocking.
Yeah, what did make that running game so effective today?
Just our offensive line was dynamite, and just continued to push the line of scrimmage, and our backs found holes, and we didn't get arm tackled. We ran through contact, and we've got some guys that can get up and go, and Bruce and Lance and Ty, and they're special players out in space.
You guys make it through this one fairly healthy?
I think Blake Williams had like an AC joint shoulder, so those are always week-to-week deals. But other than that, I think we were okay.
And then Dallas didn't play today?
No, he had an ankle that he had against Southern Illinois, and we thought he'd be ready to go, and it didn't respond as well during this week. I would assume he'd be ready to go next week, but it wasn't anything serious. We just held him out.
Was there an emphasis on scoring in the red zone early with how bad their red zone defense has been?
We always want to score in the red zone, to be honest with you. And we've been probably one of the most productive red zone offenses in the country, and that's something that we take a lot of pride in.
Red zone defense, though, to get a stop like that, to hold them to 3, if they get stuff going.
Yeah, that was huge. I don't know if it was Robbie or James that made the play to knock him out at the 6-yard line, and I knew when we on that those subsequent plays, the line of scrimmage went the other way 3 straight times, and I thought, okay, we handled these guys pretty well up front. Great job holding them to 3, and then from there, the quarterback's a really tough player. He's exceptional, physical, hard nose. Boy, he got hit a lot, and he just kept coming back, carried the ball 24 times. I have a lot of respect for him.
Chris, 3 backs over 100 yards, first time since 1996.
That's a credit to those guys, and a credit to the Rams, and really a credit to Easton. We didn't throw it very much, but they tried to pressure us at different times, and Easton saw the pressure, saw the different looks of pressure, and got us into some really good run situations. And all 3 of those guys, I'm pleased that we were able to spread the ball around and didn't have to have somebody with 18 to 20 carries. And moving forward, it's going to help us because Lance was fresh today. He missed the Southern game. Bruce is back healthy. Ty's back healthy. We didn't play Seth today, so I feel good about our running back situation and their health.
There are points where you're just kind of pinching yourself because back-to-back games now, the opposing team has had a big play off the start, and there's just no panic from your guys.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's probably a little bit more panic than we probably let out, but no question. We have to be smart. We can't give up explosive plays. We talk about it all the time, and but in the same respect, not one play is ever going to determine a football game. And I thought our guys settled in nicely, and I think it was really important that our offense take that first drive and score and go up 7-3, and I think we really settled in then.
Montana State as a program has kind of improved step by step. Did you see them kind of continuing that?
Oh, absolutely. Coach Choate's a phenomenal coach and great man, and doing it the right way, and developing guys. And I really am impressed with him. Coach Mess worked with him, obviously. I just met him for the first time, but I've talked to him over on the phone several times. Coach Mess just thought the world of Jeff, and I think he's a phenomenal coach. He's a player's guy. He's a hands-on guy. That is going to continue. They're going to continue to get better and better. I think they only had 9 or 10 seniors. This is a pretty young football team that absolutely they're going to be a force to be reckoned with in the FCS landscape.
You see every year you guys seem to ramp up toward the playoffs, and like the game today, you guys were sharp to start the game. Is that the experience of having been through it so many times? You know how to build to what you want to get to.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Yeah, we talked about that throughout the week. I think our program is built for this type of a run. In the fact of we play an awful lot of guys. Now we're fortunate we had several games this year where we were able to play a lot of guys. But regardless, we're going to play a lot of players, and it keeps us fresh. I think we can credit Coach Kramer again and again and again because our kids are gaining weight during the season. A lot of teams are losing weight during the season. But with our nutrition program, with our strength and conditioning program, Coach Kramer keeps those guys finely tuned. We take care of them as far as the amount of practice time, but yet make sure that mentally we're sharp. But you have to continue to play your best football as you get into December, because you never know what if you're going to run into a matchup where all of a sudden you're going to get into a fourth quarter game or a 4-quarter game, and once you get into a 4-quarter game, a turnover, a big play can swing it.
Do the kids know that during the season? If you take a kid out of the game, if you hold a kid out of the game, they understand that it's all about this time of the year. It's not about October.
Yep, they do. Yep, obviously we still never talk about this time of year. We talk about winning the Valley, which gets you to this time of year. But giving Tutsy some plays and taking Grimsley out, rotating those backs, rotating the receivers, the linemen and stuff. It's fun to have fresh defensive linemen this time of year because none of those guys are beat up. And I would, we're rotating 8 guys in the defensive line, and all of them are starters for us.
When you have an offensive line like you do, and a quarterback that can check you into the right plays, how tough does that make it on a defense?
I think it makes it really tough because that quarterback sits right here Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. till about 4 p.m. and watches every play of every game over and over and over and over again, watches every blitz cut up, watches every red zone cut up, watches every 3rd and short cut up, watches everything, and he sees the game so well. It slows down for him out there. And trust me, we know how blessed we are to have Easton Stick at the trigger man, because he doesn't panic. He sees things. He knows when the play clock's getting low and he can quickly change something. Boy, and the things he can do at the line of scrimmage that the general fan can't see, he's changing a lot of things and doing a phenomenal job getting us in a great call.
What do you know about Colgate?
Not much. Haven't seen any film. We don't ever get any crossover on them. The one time that we watched maybe a quarter of them was against Army, who's a 9-3 great football team, and Coach Munkin and I know each other well, so they played our Army team really tough, and from what I understand, they're extremely talented veteran group, a lot of seniors. So I'm excited because it'll be a new opponent coming into the Fargo Dome that our fans haven't seen, our players haven't seen, and obviously they've won a lot of games this year.
That play by Christian Watson, how much more confidence you have in him now to make a play if you need it on 3rd down, let's say?
Yeah, and with Dallas not playing, he needed to step up, and we didn't have to throw it very much, but there were some critical throws in there and catches, and I thought he did a nice job. He's a big physical guy that was able to break a tackle and make a big play.
That when you hear that kind of stat, describe the kind of day you had.
Yeah, I mean, it all starts up front. The line, they played a great game today. Receivers blocked great, and we have all those backs in the backfield that can just rotate and just keep going like that. You're gonna have a good day. So.
Is this as open as you felt maybe in the open field?
Yeah, man. I felt like it was a lot of creases. Like I said, they did a great job blocking, and when they do that and I see the hole, I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna hit it hard.
We hear so often, week in and week out, how you guys, especially as running backs, really motivate each other and feed off of each other's success. You all had quite a bit of success today. I think it was 3 of you with over 100 yards rushing. How did that continue to fuel the fire every time you guys came off?
It's kind of just, you kind of put it as a competition between all of us. When we're on this, after, so one of us scores, like, hey, like, it's my turn, so we just feed off each other, like you said, and, it's just great to have, that energy and that position group with us, and, it's really fun.
How important is that to start off so strong in the playoffs, to have such a dominant win today?
It's really important to start out fast. Every team's going to be good. Every team's going to give us, their best shot. So if you start off fast and keep that going throughout the whole game, then you're going to have good results.
When you guys start the playoffs, Lance, do you feel like it's a different season, like there's a different attitude? Is it you guys are sharp right from the start, other than the big plays they had defensively?
Definitely. It's playoffs is a whole new season. Like I said, everybody. If you make it to the playoffs, you're obviously a good team. So you have to. It all starts at practice. Take it day by day, and yeah.
Luke, what was that line like What was that line like today?
Their defensive line. We watched film for the last 2 weeks now. Had multiple fronts, moved and standing before the snap. Things that we prepped and prepared for, and at the end of the day, our focus was to come off the ball, hit them straight in the mouth, and get them moved and open up the holes for Lance and all that. So yeah.
Well, how motivating is that when you see that preparation and it's clicking like it is like that?
Yeah, it's great, especially when we had a really great first quarter, and you can kind of not forget about all the stuff they do, but you can kind of settle in and understand that, hey, we're prepared for their movements, the different fronts and things like that, and just start rolling like we did.
What have you seen from Montana State's defense, and what do you think allowed you to be so efficient as you were today?
With the multiple fronts and the stemming and things that they do, it allows some big play opportunities, and I think we saw that today. We knew if they moved into a front in a formation, things like that, as long as we got hooked up and stayed on our blocks and things like that, we felt like we could get the defense out leveraged and have some explosive plays. So,
Luke, how do you measure good day from the offensive line? How do you measure that?
First of all, no MAs, missed assignments. I don't know if we have. I think maybe we had one today that was frustrating. I think a little bit of miscommunication between Tanner, Zach, and I, but we got that one hooked up. I think that was another explosive play. That's the first thing, and then we always look at the rushing yardage, and not so much the statistic, but the fact that we can move people and allow their running backs to be successful, and at the same time don't get stuffed on 3rd and short and 4th and short. As a staff that we've had a little bit of struggle with this throughout the year, and punch that one at the goal line feels great. I don't remember which running back it had. I think it was Adam maybe, but yeah, if you can do all those things successfully and then also keep Easton clean, which I don't think he even had 100 passing yards today, which is great because we'd rather run the ball anyway as Rams. So success is measured by those things.
James, how badly does team need a bye week? You guys seemed like you were completely refreshed out there today.
Yeah, I think it was important just for the mental aspect. I think we got a lot of guys that prepare really well, and we had a long grind of the Valley, and then we played 10 straight games, and just getting a mental break, going to see our families, getting our minds off football, and I think when we came back, we were refreshed on that Saturday when we came back, and we just kept it going throughout the week, and obviously we started really fast today, which was important.
How big was that play early on when you made knock that pass away on a field goal?
I think the biggest part of that drive was, I think it was Robbie chasing that dude down. I mean, we very easily could have let them score, and they have 7 points, but we always say field goals won't beat us, so if we can run them down, tackle them at the 1-2 yard line, and then just play football from there, we know that we're a really good goal line, red zone defense, and if we can hold them to a field goal, I mean, our offense is going to score touchdowns, and field goals won't beat us.
What was it like coming off of the field after that stop? Because I'm sure it was kind of a swing of emotion, maybe a little bit, but what was it like coming off and refocusing, be able to get out there and then really dominate from there on out?
Well, I think what was important was we had a miscommunication on that first play and getting that talked through and shored up, and then I think we had a lot of momentum going. We were down 3-0, but I think that we had a lot of momentum after that stop, and that was big for our offense and just big for our team and the momentum going forward.
James, 9 consecutive years now in the quarterfinals for this team. I know each team is own, but does any of the previous success play into how you approach a postseason, or is it drive you or provide any fuel?
Yeah, I think we got a pretty proud tradition, especially recently, and when you're a young guy in this program, you can look at how the older guys handle these situations, and for me personally, I mean, I was able to watch Trey Dempsey and Robbie Grimsley last year how they handled these big games, and try to use that this year now, and we're going to move into a big quarterfinal game against Colgate, who's really good, and I think the tradition is definitely huge, and playing here in the Fargo Dome is also a big key.
Lance, Chris said you look fresh. I mean, do you really feel fresh after going through the valley and everything?
Yeah. After playing 10 games, my body was pretty beat up, but I actually tweaked my hamstring right before we played Southern Illinois. So I sat out that game. Then having that bye week, I was in the training room every day throughout the whole day. So I was getting my body fresh, and coming out today, my legs felt they felt fresh like it was the beginning of the season. So I think that was big, having that bye week and then taking that game off against Southern Illinois.
It's the first time you played a playoff game in the Dome in a couple of years. What is that feeling for you like?
Man, it's exciting. I didn't get to play in the playoffs at all last year, and that hurt. I'm such a big competitor, and just having that in the back of my mind, like, man, this is why I came here, just to playing games like this, and that's huge for me.